Hi everyone, this is Clint from Persuasive Evangelism, and I am right in front of the Longview Public Library. It's one of the original buildings of Longview. Cool looking library. And today we're going to talk about On Guard by William Lane Craig. And it says, defending your faith with reason and precision. So I just discovered William Lane Craig in the last year, but he's actually one of the top Christian apologists. He comes from a philosophical logic background, and he's been on the scene for decades. He brought the cosmological argument to the forefront, and he's really fascinating, brilliant. He's on YouTube a lot, so if you look up his name, you can find his interviews. He does Q&As, lectures. His debates are amazing too. I watched a debate against him and Christopher Hitchens, which was one of the leading atheists, and William Lane Craig just tore apart his arguments. But this is a good book. This is a good introduction to apologetics as well. He has another book called Reasonable Faith, which is more advanced for his argument. So this would be a good intro. This is like the 101, Apologetics 101, and that other one's probably 301. But I have that book. I haven't read it yet. But this is great. There's illustrations in it, and I actually read it pretty quickly. It was just really fascinating. So some of the chapters are: what is apologetics? It's not apology, but it's in defense of the Christian faith, giving the truth, the facts of the faith. What difference does it make if God exists? Why does anything at all exist? Which brings in the cosmological argument. And then he'll have his personal interludes, which I thought was fascinating, how he came to Christ and how he, got into apologetics and all the education that he went into. Why did the universe begin? Why is the universe fine-tuned for life? There's all these settings in the universe where if any settings had been off, there would be no life. So it's fine-tuned for us to live. Can we be good without God? What about suffering? Who was Jesus? Did Jesus rise from the dead? Is Jesus the only way to God? Which is a fascinating chapter too. So he gives evidence for, it's all logical, how he brings about it. One chapter he gives evidence for the resurrection of Christ, and he tackles all the hard questions on all of these topics as well. The cosmological argument is, the basis of it is, if everything that begins to exist has a cause, the universe began to exist, so it has a cause. So what is that cause? Is it just nothing, and then nothing created everything, or is there a cause behind it? And then you can get more in depth on what that cause is. But totally recommend it. It has charts and so on. It has some funny little cartoon illustrations as well. So I would recommend, this would be a good starting point. I haven't read his other book, The Reasonable Faith, but I plan to read that at some point. There's illustrations and so on. So totally recommend this book, On Guard by William Lane Craig. So take care, everyone. God bless.